say that you know what to do, and I crawling through the wayside, trying to find my old life without you. And I crawling through the wayside, I'm looking inside, I'm searching for light. It all goes round, but never found. I feel it now. I feel I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. 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 I just need to.
Holy hell, welcome everybody to Ladies Night. We're going to be kicking off here momentarily. Got about 30 or so seconds for all the ladies to take their spots on their teams, and we'll be kicking off game number 1, so hang on just a little bit longer, and we'll be good to go.
I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. Oh, clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head.
What a nice little transition there. We'll just give the ladies a second to get things moving here. Get everybody loaded into game. Yes, I have the game volume down. I'll turn it up momentarily. Does look like we lost one. All right, kick the audio up here. Now we can hear some gameplay. So it looks like Vortex actually able to get their player in, which is great. I think that might have just been the one with a little period name there. That's okay. You know what? It does the trick. Unfortunately, it tricks people like me. What's good, Haley? Mr. Zaps. Hello, hello, hello. Are on a little bit of a delay, obviously, just to kind of keep things rolling on the competitive integrity side. I've got a couple new buttons on my Steam Deck. I'm going to try out a couple new things. And by try, I mean probably break something at least once during the stream. But we will be keeping an eye on all of the action here in the Proving Grounds Ladies Night. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Kicking off game number 1. here on World's Edge. Just keeping an eye on where some of these teams are dropping. Do have a couple contests that are going to be coming out early, as it doesn't work at all there. Looks like Volsa, unfortunately, already down here in the Monument contest. You do see At went for you and Winks trying to stay alive for the time being. Unfortunately, not going to happen there as Lost Licks comes out on top of the first contest of the game. Here in Monument, keep an eye out for any of those, any flashers for the time being. And does look like Retrograde also in a little bit of a situation here where Z-Kitten trying to get away. Another beautiful chase cam comes through. An episode of Cops at its finest. Z-Kitten trying to run away here. Just stay alive. Get these respawns in. Even if you're able to get the respawns in very quickly. Not sure if they've lost. But it is going to be Serene on the heels of Z-Kitten, which is definitely one of the teams you'd rather probably not have on your heels. Serene trying to keep this eye out right there. Going to be hitting for 38 out of rain. And right there, going to be finished as she goes up the zip line. Beautiful shots out of Silver. Take down Team Retrograde. We're down to 18. Just like that, we've got ourselves a beautiful southeastern pole. Excuse me. A little tree contest as well. Be a matchup between Venom and Lunar. We'll go on board with Venom for the time being. This is Virginia 1. One second, chat. Couple players are having some connection issues here, so obviously want to address those. Looks like we've got a couple players with higher ping than normal. I actually do have higher ping right now to a Virginia server than I normally have as well, so we'll be keeping an eye on ping, definitely, as that becomes an issue. Potentially for some of these players. Yeah, because normally my ping to Virginia, I think, is anywhere between like 35 and 45?
Care package over there.
Jump over to Weewoo here, pushing in on the tree contest. And 1 second, I'm just gonna go here quickly.
That way, let's go.
Alright, so looks like what we'll do is, next one here. Just gotta make sure that this is set correct too, or else I'm gonna butcher you guys with a horrible frame rate.
Skull piercer. Increases headshot damage.
But we'll be resetting the server after this, making sure that players have the opportunity here to actually win some of those contests. Back on board with Weewoo now. We are still over towards Tree. We've got ourselves some action over here as Chicas are underneath Landslide. Jen going to be separated here from the remainder of her team, which is not what you like to see when Immune is on your heels. Immune going to be opting to go up into the tunnels, though. PBG, Adil, and Anne-Marie trying to stay alive, and they're going to do exactly that. No worries for them off of that contest. And we're just kind of waiting for some of these teams now to start moving into zone as we're down to 17. Does look like Dark Zero was popping a couple shots down there, as well as Yes Ina, Team Vortex, who we thought was missing a player earlier on. They weren't missing a player, so wonderful news.
Check out this area.
PPG taking their time from the old, beautiful Lava City. Just north of Dome, jumping over to Weewoo. This will be Weewoo versus Beer Beavers. They want to try and get. I don't know what the toothless move is. I forgot if that was something. I don't know. Beer Beavers able to hold their own for the time being. No major contest just yet. Vendetta Bendetka getting ready with the Prowler, pre-aiming the stairs. Going to be a beautiful pre-aim there. Unfortunately, going to get pushed up with the smoke and the caustic gas coming over from Weewoo. Weewoo's kind of been inside of the action since we started this. Jump over to see they're going to be getting ready to push in now on board with Ava Lee. Maxine and Janie trying to make a go of it. We've been on a little bit of a tear lately. To anybody that does follow the Apex women's scene, we were doing wonderful things. We'll be trying to open up some of these doors here, just get an entry gap. If you can get that initial break, you've given yourself such an advantage. Kickoff will come through here. The Gibby bubble now enclosed on actually both of these teams. Beer Beavers still full health. Ava Lee going to be getting ready to throw the thermite in. Beautiful thermite, beautiful Arc Star up on top of the PC units. Weewoo still looking to get this entry frag. Lucy does have the R45 and the Nemesis with the gold mag. Going to be able to keep that reloaded. Ah, okay. Yeah, I do not remember a lot of the memes, I won't lie. Here, one down for each team. Beer Beavers versus Weewoo. 2v2 from Bendetka Larus. Ava Lee, the down player here for Weewoo. They do still have the Bloodhound abilities here in the backpack of Janie. I'm gonna hop on over to Janie, see what she's gonna be able to pull on these scans. Being able to pass this information along. That's going to be 2 down, and that's going to be now Bendetka retreating quickly for Beer Beavers. Beautiful hipfire there very quickly, but that's not going to be enough. That's going to be Team Bay that actually comes in and cleans that up for Weewoo. So we were able to secure a couple of those placement points. Excuse me, just the KP. We'll secure a few KP there. Not able to do, unfortunately, much more. We were now on the onslaught of another team pushing in. This is going to be Zenith, led by Crestep, Angie, and Elena. Elena will fall there on board with Janie, quickly switching back over to Weewoo. And Weewoo seemingly going into God mode here, as they've got yet another team that looked like we're coming in from the northern side of this circle. We do. We have Bay moving in, looking for their fair share of the action now. Bay getting ready to push in onto Weewoo. We do see that Angie has fallen. So Zenith is down to 1. Crestep confident in the push and unfortunately couldn't finish that off. Trying to crawl down just a little bit more, maybe to potentially get that revive. Not going to happen. Weewoo, as we've said, onslaught. But they're still going. They're still pushing. Maxine now getting some rolling thunder picked up on Elena. Going to be able to pick up 3 there. They will be flying into, I believe, nobody. Okay, excuse me. I thought Dark Zero had rotated down for some reason earlier. They have not done anything even remotely close to that. They're still hanging out in Lava Siphon, and we're going to be going to Stacks here for the final end game in game number 1.
Shield battery here.
Thank you.
Getting ready to push up into a little bit of rivalry action. We do have Weewoo getting ready to push into TSM. Obviously, you notice TSM Janie playing with Team Weewoo. Favorite filling in on the TSM roster with Kyrie and Sabs. Coming off of a monstrous women's circuit win last night. Congratulations to TSM on that. Cheeky little $250 prize. Not bad. Still going to be Weewoo over here playing pick and poke. Jump over to the teams that are going to be in zone here. Kamor going to be opting to actually go away from KLG. KLG recently signed. Always love to see the women in Apex Legends finding a home with an organization. So welcome, Krakens. Quieto is still very, very far out of zone right now. I'm not 100% sure what their plan is here for game number 1 to try to salvage some of these placement points, potentially kill points. But Quieto is our January champion of Ladies Night, followed up by LG Red, who won February. So Quieto, they do have a little bit of a reputation to uphold so far, at least for the very beginning of the year, this series kickoff. Circle will start to get a little bit smaller now, as we do have 15 teams still live, as we're almost a minute out from the closure of round number 3. WeWoo still taking damage. Every time we go to WeWoo, they're taking damage, so we'll come back to them here momentarily. Just trying to find their place, their home. Here inside of Stacks, a very familiar building layout for those who are familiar with dropping Streamer Building in the center of Frag. Good hold for the time being. Looks like they're going to be going up against PPG. Sammy Canes. Cane Sauce. I respect it. I respect the name. Immune looking to get into the action here. They do have, I believe this is second story access for the time being. Going to be blocking those off with some caustic bags, making sure that when those players do come in, at least the motion protection from the bags not only give your team a little bit of a heads up, but doing just a little bit of damage. You've heard when players go one shot. It happens all the time. On board with Dark Zero, they've yet to leave Lava Siphon. They found Lava Siphon as a home early on. Decode, the team pushing into them. We were just on board Decode as they started to push across towards Respawn Town. And now it's going to be a push for Decode to get themselves in the zone. Renee, Hope, the only one still alive for Dark Zero. Unfortunately here, going to lose Sam as she's going to die to some ring damage. We're going to utilize this smoke quickly for the time being. Renee should be able to get these heals off. Steal my precious Nessie. I've got about a dozen. Renee now going to be taking this storm damage almost inside of zone. You don't want to give away your complete position. Now going to be sitting literally on top of another team here. Renee going to be in one sticky situation. Zenith playing middle ground here on the bridge. Playing spoiler, able to take down Ren from distance with the 2x. Beautiful shots from the grass. Should be able to get this revive off unless the team up above does opt to push very quickly from the, and instead it's the team down below. It's our February winners, LG Red. They're in their fair share of KP. Beautiful shots out of Ducks very quickly with the flatline. The Maggie Ball's gonna come out. Do a little bounce around action. Get her in the Olympics. What a throw. Just like that, Quieto, January champions, eliminated early here in game number 1. We do have 6 games though on the horizon. So, don't worry. Don't worry. Night's not over yet. Lost Lick sitting very comfortably up here in the northeastern side of this zone. I think we'll keep an eye on TSM here. They're kind of playing folksies with Bay, who are sitting down inside of this little cave. This pass through, from Stacks over towards the end of Lava Siphon. Zab's now going to opt to take the high ground. Giving her team a little bit of visibility, a very IGL thing to do. As teams start to rotate in, we'll just keep an eye on Renee. We're going to see how Renee does here getting into the zone. She does have a little bit longer left on this balloon, so we're going to be able to take that, which is wonderful for her. Free rotation out of that. And now she's going to have a bow check, a Volt, and a little bit of patience. Immune was able to spot her out, so that's going to be an issue there.
Enemy over there.
Not the kind of issue you want to have. Having Immune know exactly where you are. PPG up on the 3rd story of the building here, just below the roof. Immune sitting down on the 2nd story. There's also the ability for a team to sit up on the roof of this building. However, very unlikely you're going to do so wide out in the open with Sab sitting up there on high ground.
Let's check out that area.
You can see here where this next circle is going to pull to. It's going to leave only 2 buildings here inside of actual playable area. Now, the one that TSM, or excuse me, WeWoo is currently in, that's going to be Janie, Maxine, and Ava sitting here, they do have the ability to share this building. Obviously, it's going to be, you know, a little bit unwelcoming, but there is going to be that playable option. Now, there's going to be some fences down here as well as we start to close in towards that final circle. So interesting to see how some of this is going to play out as we move a little bit further. But Immune, for the time being, sitting comfortably third story here. Second story, look at that. I say third story and then right like that. It, you know, says Shell Mazita. It says number 2 right there on the side of the wall. You hear that respawn coming through. Kind of interesting to see. We're gonna go butchered free cam here for a second, chat. Okay, there we go. Beautiful ability there to get your players back in. Love that. That's gonna be an LG red play. Able to get both players back in. Everybody gonna be able to come back in, pick up all the loot that's necessary. LG red. Back completely full, ready to rock. Dopey, current kill leader with 4, already 1,000 damage to her name. And those final fights have yet to even begin. Renee still alive, taking her time, exploring stacks, seeing what it has to offer. It's a beautiful little town if you do have some time. Highly recommend the Bistro on 3rd. Lost Licks getting ready to move in quickly. Not sure if anyone's going to be grabbing that Kraber. They're going to opt out of the Kraber. Going to be an interesting play here, late zone. Unfortunately, with it not having that much guaranteed viability, and there's going to be a lot of, you know, closed-in space here. Probably a smart move to just leave that on the ground. We see Weevu eliminated up there. They're going to take 10th place. Going to have to settle for it. That's going to be 2 placement points for Weevu, plus the KP that we definitely saw them pick up early on in game. Lost Looks now taking serious damage. Nat taking all the damage possible. That was going to be at the hands of Chicas. And a little bit of TSM. A little bit of everybody here and there. Quick call out from Bub. The players are down in the crevasse. And that's going to be LG Red getting ready to push into them. 9 hostiles detected. They know that there's obviously going to be more players than that. 18 still in the game, so you're able to scan half of them, which is a great ratio to start with. Although half of them are probably in this one building right here, as you can see by all of the teams sitting there comfortably. Dopey taking some damage from the G7. The window shots coming directly behind Dopey. Dopey now going to opt to get out of this fight completely disengaged. Give herself the shield battery. A wise play here as Immune has their digits. Immune sitting up in the 2nd story window. Now also playing some players of the team that was shooting at LG Red originally. They will be eliminated. Another pickup for LG Red.
Danger close.
You can hear the scans coming through all around this closure. You can hear the teammates moving through these buildings with purpose. PPG, the team on top of this final building, as the final round starts to close, and we get ready to close out game number 1. Ladies' night here in the Apex Legends Proving Grounds.
Enemy in sight.
Beautiful nade came through there onto Cane Sauce. PPG going to be hurting ever so slightly. Here comes the push. It's going to be from Miss Adil and company pushing in, trying to take over, and that's exactly what they did. Immune pushed in and said, "Excuse me, there's no vacancy. This is ours." PPG, a big 3-kill pickup. Very, very important here right at the end of the game. The auto reload onto Dopey. She does have that gold magazine in her bag, so everything will reload once you kind of just, you know, throw that back into action. TSM now going to be baiting. These shots come through from behind from Dopey. LG and the TSM going toe-to-toe on board with Chicas. They are down to 2. Serene also down to 2. The final circle gets ready to close. The Thermite time wonderfully to play burn damage as they have to move into the burn. Immune with Godspot up above the competitors. Just as I say that, PPG will fall. Hammer points are out. There's no cover anywhere as of now for Miss Adil. That's going to be down to 2. Serene in a, I believe, a 1v2. Adil playing low. They will have to drop. Serene, unfortunately, no choice here momentarily but to drop down into the thick of everything. And that's what happens. Serene drops down in, but that's going to be the win that Immune wanted. A Game 1 win for Team Immune as we get ready to move into Game number 2. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes for our second game on World's Edge.
We have our Apex champions.
Say my name, I'll come right back to you. I get so lost when I'm loving you. There's people waiting up on me now, but you're the only one I need now. I'd run away with you if I could. No one understands me the way that you do, the way that you do. Fumes are running so high, I don't wanna be alive. There's never a right time disguising the outside. What's going on inside, losing track of my own mind.
As some of you could see there, just by the leaderboards. Hold on, music. Don't worry. We'll come back to you in a little bit. We're going to talk about scores here. Immune, sitting on top with 19. LG Red sitting in second with 18. Serene sitting in third with 15. Chica sitting in fourth with 12. Weewoo rounding out your top 5 with 11. And 1 second while I give those silly TSM peeps an extra voice slot. All right, dropping into game number 1. Excuse me, game number 2. I should probably update that. You know, chat, sometimes I just forget the silliest things. The silliest, I tell you. All right. Let's keep an eye on a map. Let's see where players are going to be going. A beautiful western pole zone. Ping seeming much better right now, by the way, chat. We were on about 80 ping. Now we're on about 35-ish. Just like that, IndyCat will be falling. There's a contest going on down here at Tree early. On board with Lunar. Lunar going to be facing off against Team Venom.
Let's go here.
Celestria here just playing the slow and steady game. IndyCat is down, unfortunately, on the other side of this contest in the center of Tree. They've yet to confirm the kill. So looking to do that, and looking to do that hopefully quickly. Unfortunately, looks like this fight going to disengage just a touch. But we do have the Monument contest that we watched earlier on in game number 1. Taking place yet again, and Lost Licks will come out on top of that fight once again here in game number 2.
Enemy there.
One hell of a survey camp party. We're going to jump right in with Retrograde here. Retrograde, I did not realize Jim going to be the only remaining player for her team. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. We're on board with Quieto. Let's see what happens. Excuse me, chat. I'm also taking care of some other stuff, so we're getting through. Quieto now taking serious damage. Kimura going to be trying to stay alive as well, as she is down to 0 shield and a little bit of health missing. Cereza does have a flatline and a Peacekeeper in hand. Going to try and go over here, provide a little bit of cover, as they will unfortunately lose Aram. Ullman going to be able to pick up that kill. This was one hell of an actual grouping earlier of players over here in Survey Camp. So to kind of miss a little bit of that because we were watching players run away was silly on my part, I feel. You know, it was a little silly. Well, while the players are just kind of running around for the time being and getting through their loot, here's another look at the actual leaderboard for everything. You know, we do have Dark Zero, a surprising 12th place. Quieto, as mentioned, another surprising placement. A couple of the teams, honestly, that you expected to be kind of in that top 10 range. Not there after game 1, but again, there's 6 games. So we'll come back to the leaderboard here a little bit later and check on that. And we'll throw up the map again and just kind of watch some of these teams for the time being.
Got that promotion, but the upgrade will be clutch. Got my upgrade.
All right. There we go. Sorry about that, Chef.
Gotta help up here.
Let's check out that area.
Excuse me. We do have a couple POI questions in chat, so if anybody is in here
Check out that area.
that is also playing in Ladies Night, please know that you are able to change POIs at any time throughout the event. You're not required to continue dropping where you said you were going to drop. You're not even required to drop where you said you were going to drop. If you'd like to put a little strategy into it, feel free. You know, maybe play with your opponent's mindset a little bit before you get into it. That is completely okay, though. So please do feel free. Like, for me personally, I get very in my head about drops. I'm one of those people that will continually drop. I'm a Lava Fisher dropper normally here on World's Edge, so I'll get in my head about, oh, I need to drop lava, But obviously, it's I don't want to say it's like pubs, obviously, because it's a competitive format, but please feel free, you know, drop up or change up your drop spot. No requirements at all for drop spots. It's not a... Yeah, it's not that.
Alternator here. Super compact.
Quieto, the only team right now out of ring, taking a little bit longer to get inside of things than the rest of their opponents. As you can see, we closest enemy is to a Dark Zero, all the way out here.
That's a ring console over there.
Again, just waiting for a couple of these opening fights to take place here in game number 2. After such an action-packed game number 1, I feel like we were a little spoiled. Does look like PPG here was getting into a contest with Bay, and that's exactly what's happening. Right as we jump over, a couple 30-30 taps. Bay, just gonna, no pun intended, keep them at bay, really. Queen Potato able to go in and get that Evo Harvester. Picking up those Evo Harvesters changes the game completely now for some of these teams. Not having to earn that directly through damage alone. You're able to pick up those resources and kind of grow as you go. We'll check out Team Chica, see what they're up to here. They're top of train tracks for the time being. Gonna put a couple 30-30 shots down range from Slim. Gonna be able to hit one of those, which is great. It will take away a little bit of resource from the other team, which is very important. For some reason, there we go. My OBS is being weird. We're good, I think. We're good, I think. We're good. We're good.
Let's go.
We was a team we haven't really watched a lot this game. Not a lot of action yet so far. Like I said, it's the second circle. It's going to continually pull up towards this western portion. Now, it's not touching the edge of the circle completely, so it could shift a little bit. Chances are, though, however, it's going to be pulling over towards this way. And we have seen before a circle that ended damn near right here, just southwest of Mirage. I believe it was actually last month's event that we saw that. And Dark Zero completely posed to win. They had the high ground, and unfortunately, it wasn't the right push that came through. Again, though, still just waiting for one little break, one little piece of action. Back over to staging. Beer Beavers sitting pretty comfortably. No action required for the time being. Only a little bit of damage on the team. So you can tell they haven't had the opportunity. This is going to be an interesting fight here. This is going to be Dark Zero versus LG. LG was actually the team that took them down earlier, so they're inside of the vault just a little to their side here. I'm not sure. I don't think Dark Zero actually realized that just to the north of them was LG Red.
Let's go that way.
It did not, so Dark Zero just going to be going for the long rotation. Dark Zero, you can see here, they're going to rotate in through this building in countdown. So essentially, they're just going to go over here, beautifully out, probably run over here, take the scenic route. They're just going to end up going right through this building, right to the other back side, where they will have the accessibility to rotate into circle, hopefully, you know, a little unscathed, which is exactly, if you look at the map here, which obviously the players don't have that info.
Hostile over there.
Over on board with Team Zenith. Zenith sitting very comfortably up top of Mirage Atois. Now, there is some extra audio in this area that is less than desirable. Absolutely less than desirable. But if you're able to play it smart, you know the audio cues you're listening for, as I'm assuming Zenith would.
Got company out there.
It shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Hostile, my marker.
Continuous pings coming out, the snipers both in hand, the 30-30 and the longbow. Two 30-30s and a longbow, that's what's even better. Over to TSM now, we're in the pinch here from Thermal Station over into Mirage. This is going to be TSM up against Team Bay. Team Bay down to 2. Banks and Narut trying to stay alive. It's going to be Banks taking shots from behind now. Over to TSM as TSM still down to 2. Able to get one of these cleaned up quickly, but just like that, it's going to be Weewoo pushing in. Janie is going to pop the Bloodhound ult very quickly. Everything's going to go black and white but her enemies for her here. She's got the Nemesis in hand. Going to miss a couple of those quick shots. That's okay. Other team cleans that up, unfortunately, so going to miss those kill points. But you do get the damage up towards your Evo shield. Now, Janie pushing up into the right side. Does have one up to the right-hand side. Able to eliminate that one quickly, and that's going to be Team Bay taken down. Now, TSM still on the run. That's going to be, I believe it was... That was Sabs. Sabs absolutely Hussein bolting out of there. You have to. You have to. Janie will be taking her time here. Now, I did see KLG was over here engaged in a fight, but we're going to unfortunately miss that. And now Samurai is going to be getting all of these downs. Did just a little bit of damage earlier on. I'm not sure Samurai knows what's happening right now, but she's very, very close to almost getting a kill, or 2. KLG going to come out on top of some revive there. Very, very lucky. Soreza now in the fire here from Vortex, jumping over to Alita. A quick pickup there to down and take out Team Quieto. Going to be falling in 13th place again, a little bit earlier than we would have liked to see out of Quieto, but it's only game 2. We have plenty more games to be played. And I'm just going to give me 1 second, chat. I just want to make sure we're ready to rock here for the next game.
Disruptor.
We should probe that sector over there.
We should not probe any sectors. How's that? There we go. Yes, I know frame rate gets a little bad there, so I'm sorry. Appreciate it.
Check out this area.
Right on with Alita, right where we were. Vortex now taking some action here inside of Landslide against Lost Licks. Gonna have to be getting out of this fight quickly. Able to get some damage onto the Bloodhound early, forcing that retreat. A huge play there out of Nap to keep Lost Licks alive. They were on the heels, getting ready to push. Instead, having to retreat, go for some heals. Beer Beavers now sitting inside of this little truck here inside of the field, which what I was actually expecting was Lost Licks running towards that trailer, but they do know that it's clearly occupied. So not going to be doing that for the time being, and a wise decision. Your Beer Beavers, unfortunately, looking the wrong direction. Now, a quick peek over to their northern side, they would actually see those Licks, but going to be able to get away with that for the time. Audio comes through from Toucan. She lets the team know there's a team inside of trailer. Alita going to be playing up against Vortex. Vortex having the bottom ground, which is the worst possible scenario in this specific area of the map. The low ground is treacherous, but you can force them into your playing field by throwing up some caustic gas. A quick little cheeky climb out of Alita. I didn't know you could do that, really. Bloodhound, or excuse me, Bang, going to be falling there. Still Vortex trying to stay alive for right now. Yes is going to have to retreat and fall back around the corner. Weewu going to be eliminated as we get into your top 10 here in game number 3. PPG does still have the high ground. The EVA 8 from the care package in hand. The shots come through quickly. My goodness gracious, that EVA 8 is a treacherous little thing. Yes, is still alive. Do want that noted. As you can see here, this was kind of the opposite direction of where I felt this circle was going to pull. But this is actually a pretty fun circle to watch as we get closer to the end game. So that's not going to be bad at all. Lost Licks now moving up in towards this trailer. They realize there's 2 players in here. Let's go take the Beer Beavers out, shall we? Quick down onto Beer Beavers. Exodia with the car. A beautiful combination of caustic gas to take down 1. Beer Beaver is going to be unfortunately eliminated. Lost Licks now. They do come out on this fight. Nat's going to fall. Natty now trying to get away. Or excuse me, Exodia trying to get away. May be able to do so. Unfortunately for her, PPG is on her heels, and they're not going to give this one up easy. Now, big advantage here going to be that Exodia, as a solo player, if you are able to hide just for a little bit longer, once this zone does close, all of these other teams are going to start to focus on each other. The one thing that will be your downfall, or your nemesis, your enemy, whatever you'd like to prefer call it as, going to be those damn Bloodhound scans, because those are going to come through very aggressively as we get a little bit further in. Just like that, Exodia is going to get scanned, but she might have some real estate here beneath Mirage. She does, and it's actually a miracle. Going to get hit with that drill charge quickly. The double drill charge comes through. Unfortunately, miscued there from Insomnia, but no problem. Julianix there to clean it up. Lost Lake's going to be eliminated. Or excuse me, Selena cleaned that up. Selena not playing Octane like I thought we agreed. It's okay. That's minus 100 points for Insomnia today. That's unfortunate.
Let's go that way.
He's still sitting very cozy here. up top of Mirage. They won't have to leave Mirage. As you can see here, there's still going to be plenty of it. Not only the second level where the respawn beacon is, but there will be accessibility on the middle level as well of Mirage here. So they will have plenty of space to play on. They will have to, unfortunately, jump off of that place here at some time, but Dark Zero doing a wonderful job moving themselves further into the lobby than we saw in game number 1 after an 8th place finish in game number 1. Now up in 4th, they've already doubled their performance, so it's only upwards here from Dark Zero. EVA in hand, Samurai does have the Caustic Cloud ready to go. Interesting rotation here out of Chicas as they were getting ready to rotate what seems to be very distantly into zone. I missed the early contest of that, potentially trying to sneak up on the rear here of Dark Zero, but Dark Zero says, nope, not going to happen. Scarlita up with 6 kills already here for Dark Zero, looking to definitely better their placement. 0 kill points in the last game, so already looking to improve. They're sitting in 12th with 2 points, begging for that first place to bump them up the leaderboard. Was able to hit one of those from distance. Scar with that wingman, my God, I'd say it feels fun this season, but that's probably because I'm a controller player with aim assist. I can't imagine it's a blast on mouse and keyboard, but I don't know, it feels good. It hits. It hits. That would have been that would have been a crazy drill. This would be where it would be hysterical if they actually had the Maggie up here, able to put that drill down. Envy going to be repping the Maggie down the bottom here, still running with a charged Sentinel. Yet you have to respect it. We're in the final zone. Game number 2. Envy doesn't care. She's still running with a charged up Sentinel.
Enemy there.
Interesting push out of Zenith here. They're looking to make a move. Not sure if they're pushing up onto Dark Zero or if they're actually just looking to change their position so that Dark Zero has to come to them when the time comes. An interesting push out of them. A little bit of a waste of resource. And now giving Insomnia complete control of low ground, which is also not something you want to do when the center of the circle is in low ground. They've got the ability here to actually hide around some of those pylons, rocks down bottom as we start to close the final round here of game number 2.
I like the feel of that
Enemy
spot.
inside.
Let's go.
Hostile over there.
Being all in hand here for Renee, going to use that to kind of control the fight, control the pacing of the fight. Going to have the Catalyst Wall come through. Now that's going to be a Zenith Catalyst Wall. Not going to be hitting any of those. Start to get some of those extra shots from the side, and you start to release your guard here, but Dark Zero seemingly with a commanding spot to take this fight over Zenith. Not 100% sure they're going to be able to do it as we get ready to move into this final drop here. That's going to be one down for Dark Zero. It's going to be for Zenith as Angie has now fallen. Cress getting ready to fall. Cress actually jumped right into the abyss here. Julie now, Insomnia is down to 2. Dark Zero in a commanding position yet again. Still, they have not had to fall just yet. Wingman in hands here for Scarlita. He goes through the fence. No problem. That's going to be a quick hip fire from Scarlita to take down Zenith here Insomnia. As they take game number 2 here in Ladies Night. We're getting ready to move over to Storm Point. I am all over the place. Congratulations to Dark Zero on game number 2. We're moving to game 3. We're moving to Storm Point. We'll see you soon.
I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn.
Yo, my guy Dom, what's up, brother? Appreciate you coming through. Hello, hello. It's funny, last event I had your boy in here, and now I got you. Sheesh. Everything's great with me and the fam, though, man. I appreciate it. I hope everything's good with you and yours as well. No, not to that one. I need game counter. There we go. There we go, chat. We're Gucci. We're Gucci. We're going to game 3. It's all good. Much better. There is a delay, Dom, just so you're aware. I would disclose it, but it's in the 50 to 60 second range. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll say. Oh, there was an ad, of course. Of course. No, I was just saying thank you. I appreciate you coming through. Happy to see you. And I was saying it's funny because I had Lil Dom in here
Let's land over there.
for my last event. Now I got you in here during this event. So are you guys gonna be like on rotation, or are we like shared? We're like all sharing custody of each other, and it's a vibe. Happy to see you, brother. As we get ready to drop into game 3. Hold on, I have a question. Do have, I believe, 1 DC. Although I don't. She hasn't been kicked from the game yet, so we'll see here. Nah, Angie's still in. I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good, chap. No, man, jeez, I hear you. I hear you. Grow like damn weeds. Grow like weeds. All right, we do have ourselves a nice little launch pad contest. We're on board with Crest for the time being. She just charged up the Sentinel. Does have a pretty definitive high ground. It's going to be Quieto teasing them, going up. They were able to bait one of them down. I love that. Kimura actually, what Kimura did right there was actually sinful. She kept jumping up and down on the zipline to actually prevent Zenith from getting back up. And for the time being, not going to be looking too great as we jump back over to Quieto.
A sting. I leveled up.
A
Another perfect upgrade to go with
big
it.
team wipe out of Quieto. Monstrous, one might say. Zenith.
Optics
Let's see. Zenith was sitting in 9th after last game. Sitting in 9th with 12. Quieto looking to move a little bit further up the leaderboard. They did only have 6 points sitting in
Conduit's got a
14th.
brand new upgrade.
So we do
Hear
have
all about it on my
a little
podcast.
bit.
Energy ammo here.
All right, no other contest as of yet. I do believe we missed a contest up here. Wall.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 3.
But no, we did not.
Survey beacon over there.
I'm not actually sure who we lost there. So it's going to be Lunar and Zenith. Those were the 2 teams that got eliminated.
Spotted a weapon supply.
Zenith, obviously, we were on board for that fight. Ping seemingly a little bit better now.
Sniper stock here. Level 2.
A little bit higher than I would like for Virginia server, but
Extended light mag here.
we'll keep an eye on it, chat. We'll keep an eye on it.
I need it. Backpack here. Level 2. Backpack here. Level 2. Let's check out
Nice
the
little
right
contest coming down here on the southern side of the map. We're just north of, as you can see here, little coastal camp action. We'll jump over to Venom. Gonna be a newer squad here in the Apex Legends Proving Grounds. Yeah, so unfortunately, so we did have a DC. It looks like Angie was actually able to get back in, and unfortunately, Angie down here, part of Team Zenith. You never like to see that. DCing on a contest is just it's not a great feeling. Not a great feeling. Sentinel action here just south of Zeus Station. Gonna be TSM, gonna be pushing up towards Retrograde. Retrograde not gonna be taking some serious damage. Z-Kitten has taken the fall here as TSM gets ready to push up and take the aggression. Kyrie at the hands of the Hemlock. God, it's a terrifying thing. Things I'm afraid of. TSM chasing me. Heights. upgrade officially down to 2. No chance of getting Zeke getting back in just yet. Gonna have to wait to pick up that banner. Trying to provide just a little bit of cover. Jim doing the same. Got the Volt. Plenty of ammo in the Volt right now, which is great coming in from the TSM. I should say bad from the TSM side. Able to get that conduit. Shield upgrade not going to matter. Retrograde going to be eliminated quickly here at the hands of TSM.
Let's look over there.
Enemy spotted. Near me.
I like the spot there.
Let's go that way. Tango near me.
Relocate there. Numpty spotted. Ninja here. Oh, aye, this is the upgrade for me. I should head this way.
Company out there.
Contacted enemy. Enemy over there. Praise the old father. I've left. Let us go there. Survey beacon over there.
Got another bandit. Let's just place here.
I've been muted this whole time, chat. I am so sorry. Absolute silly. To answer all of your questions, yes, I botched my stream deck like 30 minutes before shooting. And I was like, you know what? I'll just press the button on my microphone. I will definitely remember. I didn't remember. Spoiler alert. We're down the southern portion of the map now with Zatai. Did not get to watch them too much in Game 1 and Game 2, so we'll hang out with them for the time being. They do have a great positioning down here in the southern portion of zone. Only a little bit to move before they move into the actual next zone here for round number 3 once we start to close.
Let's go this way.
And really like this spot here out of PPG. This is a heads-up rotation out of them to give themselves potentially a huge advantage here. You can see this next circle actually does line up with the edge of the circle. Like, you know, you see. It's there. It's there, chat. Right there. So, more than likely going to be pulling all the way down towards them yet again. Excuse me as I punch my microphone. Pull down towards them. Give them a beautiful zone pull. Insomnia Beer Beaver still going at it. Dom, it's like this. I can't even tell you. I was horrified. My Steam Deck just decided that it was gonna update, and then it reset, and then that, yep. I put like the things I needed on there, but the microphone was not one of those, so it's alright. Definitely happens to the best of us.
A trail to
Beer Beavers, they do have a balloon here in the bag of Larusik. See that there, bottom right? They've also got one on Yoasi. I have never said your name right once. I named your team wrong for this event. I'm sorry, Beer Beavers. I named them Battle Beavers, Jack. I named them Battle Beavers because I was looking at a controller moments beforehand. So naturally, I named a team after a controller. Yeah, that's
New
just what
level
we do.
means I've got a new upgrade to pick. Got my upgrade.
Let's see what TSM and Dark Zero have in store. Dark Zero inside of this building here, getting ready to push out onto TSM, giving themselves a little bit of room by moving, which is exactly what you want. Dark Zero, TSM, the old Lust. Recently signed by Dark Zero. You know what? The rivalry in Pro League exists, so let's get it into Women's Comp too, and that's exactly what Dark Zero did. Kyrie will fall. Kyrie, normally your entry fragger, if you will. Scarlita can be able to get revived here. Renee handling that revive. Don't worry, friend. We got you. You're not going anywhere just yet. Kyrie now trying to just get away a little bit here, so TSM's able to get revived. And they're not going to be able to. Renee gets that confirmation. Tab's now also doing a little bit of work as Dark Zero has taken on another opponent, and that's going to be the team of PPG. A beautiful grenade out of Sammy. You can see that did a bunch of damage here to Samurai. They're going to be pushing into this building, trying to do it very quickly. Not going to be able to do so. Ross Lix eliminated top right of your screen. They're going to have to settle for 14th this round. Mind you, though, we're only on game 3 of 6, okay? We've got another Storm Point game coming up after this. Speaking of, I'm going to pull up the map here for 1 second. Wanted to see where Immune was. Immune kind of had a good position here where they were potentially playing Gatekeeper to some of these teams rotating in, but not going to be that much gatekeeping. Looks like Immune's just going to take high ground, go up on the bridge, and that's probably one of the plays here. Not a lot of real mobility, if you will. Vortex way the hell out in zone, further than KLG. Decode, they've been in an absolute blender. Ren, doesn't matter that she's down. She's still getting kills with the ring, which basically just means Ren was the last person to do damage to that player when they fell to the ring due to zone damage. Pretty big, it's a little bit unfamiliar because I'll tell you what. It is weird. It's funny. Ren going to be picking up a kill point from the grave. Not going to be opting to go all the way over and actually get this respawn, which it's probably for the best. You know, rotating into Pylon would be terrifying.
I'm ready to jump.
Going to also be calling out the care package, so there's going to be a 25% chance that you're going to be getting one of these care package weapons as we get ready to go into these final zones here. A wingman would be very, very helpful for Miss Don't Miss, because with a wingman in her hand, she doesn't. A lot of teams playing this bridge area right here. I'm not sure if they don't have the option to read these next zones and kind of see where they're going to be. It doesn't look like they do. Don't see a lot of control aspects here. That's okay for WeWoo, because they're getting ready to heal up just a little bit. We've got the Bocek in hand of Ava. Catalyst utility comes out, gives them a little bit of wiggle room just in case they start to get pushed in. And now Janie taking damage, 12 damage away from leveling up that Evo shield. Literally one SMG bullet, one little volt tap is all it's going to take. Janie will upgrade herself to that purple Evo shield. KLG will finally be eliminated. They've been playing Edge over here for some time, and now you can see Insomnia able to make that connection here. Juliantic from range. Let's see what she was up to. Not 100% sure how she had seen her from, or where she had seen her rotate into, but does have the gold mag, purple barrel stabilizer. Purple 3 times ranger sight in that purple stock. That Hemlock's going to shoot absolute laser beams. Juliantic going to ping those shield batteries for her teammates. Exceptionally helpful. You can heal your full shield at once rather than just little cell by cell. We are officially at the halfway point of the game as Venom is eliminated. We are down to the top 10 placement points. It will go up to 2 now. Every team remaining guaranteed 2 placement points, trying to just secure as many kill points as possible as Weewoo is on the run. Weewoo did have some high ground contention here, but Insomnia is still directly on their tails. Kieto eliminated in 9th place, their best finish so far. Definitely going to up their placement average. Insomnia now, they're sitting with 15 points. They're currently sitting down in 7th. They do only have 5 kills to their name. They've got 4 in this game, so definitely giving themselves a little bit of an edge up as we get ready to move in towards the end of this storm. Number 3, round 4, getting ready to close, and Weewoo on the run. They did lose Janie. They've got a surprise Bloodhound in front of them. Maxine, I think Maxine panicked a little there, maybe thinking, was that Janie? What was that? But unfortunately, Maxine caught off guard. Maxine also left the game. Probably an accident there. Kraber in the hands of Ava. Would love to see her absolutely go crazy with it. TSM now also under fire. Insomnia trying to just find a little bit of ground to call their own. Starting the closure here, jumping over to LG. LG, they do have a very good point of view. Ducks standing in the wide open right now. Able to back up just a little bit. It does look like Maxine, unfortunately, Maxine has some exceptionally high ping, so we're going to swap over lobbies after this game, chat. So everyone's aware, we're gonna swap over lobbies. We'll set that up quick. We'll take a little bit of a longer break here at halftime. I can't type it all, but that's okay. Yeah. I think chat knows what I meant. I typed Will with 1 L, but that's okay. While Ducks with 6 KP to her name already. LG Red, 9 kills to their name, and I'm not sure what Dopey actually has right now. Let's get this respawn back in. Dopey's back in action. LG Red is a full 3 stack as we get ready to end round number 5. LG in a completely free spawn, too. Where Gabs is right now, you can see she's still up in the she's still in the playable area of this next zone. You can see that up on the top left of your map. Still completely playable. Giving themselves plenty of room. Also watching out for Dark Zero on their heels. Dark Zero pushing in, playing a little bit more edge this time than they are normally playing zone, and that's okay because it's clearly working for them. A few kill points in the game already, up to 6. He can be taken down. Scarlito will also fall. Scarlito did not fall. I don't know why I said that. LG Red now. Down 2-1. Ducks will be the sole remaining player here as she's trying to stay alive with the Havoc in her bag. Phoenix get plenty of time to get this off if the Purple Eagle Shield can hold them at bay for the time being. Sandy Kane, hello. I hope Fortnite's back up eventually. Dark Zero now not going to be able to make it happen as PPG come out on top of game number 3. Remember, we're going to be resetting the server for the players, so we will be back in probably 3 or 4 minutes rather than our standard 2, but we will be back momentarily for the second half of the Apex Legends Proving Grounds Ladies Night.
lost in a city, still so far from home. I've searched for you all my life. Cast out like a shadow, racing towards the light. I pray to see you one more time. City nights and satellites. When I'm old and losing sight.
All right, all the players finally coming back into the lobby now. So like I said, we kind of reset the lobby very quickly, giving the players the ability to come in and hopefully, you know, we're going to stay on the Virginia 2 host here, see if we can't keep that ping good. Hey, you know what? I'm also bad at Apex Legends. I just really enjoy playing it. I also really enjoy watching it and just generally talking about it. So, yeah, I'm definitely more of a casual enjoyer for sure. There's not a single player in this lobby right now that I'd be like, hey, let's just 1v1. Like, no. Crazy talk. And you know what? We're gonna change the game counter again. Poof, we did it. Let's go. All right, we're just going to give the girls a little bit longer here, get set up on their teams, make sure that they were able to, you know, go visit the restroom, grab a beverage, talk it over with their team. Here we are on Storm Point for the final game, or at least for the fourth game here. That took Dopey a little bit longer to connect there. That was a little weird. All right, we're just going to wait for Elena here. Just going to round out Team Zenith. But some pretty interesting stats to talk over. LG Red sitting in first with 45. Look at the kill difference there between Dark Zero and LG Red. 30 of their points are kill points only. Absolutely insanity out of LG Red. I believe we have everybody here. Check. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. When nobody rebuttals when we're saying we're starting a game, that's you just quick, go. All right. Going into game number 4. We're halfway through the 6 games. There's $500 on the line. Bragging rights, of course. And of course, you know, in the Proving Grounds Discord, then you get a 2024 Ladies Night Champion role with a little trophy icon next to your name. So you know, it's worth winning. It's definitely worth it. So game 3, a very interesting game there for PPG, coming out on top. Only 9 kills for their name, still put up 21 points, so 9 points for kills, 12 points for placement for first place. Big game out of PPG, bumps them up into the top 3 after that win. Sitting in third with 32 points, only 11 points behind second place. Ping looks great. Oh, chat. Oh, we're vibing. 40? Yeah, it's pretty much my average ping here, so should be good. All right, let's pop up the ring. Let's see where this first zone's going to fall here. Center of map. Cascade Falls, Pylon, Barometer, Ceto, excuse me. Wonderfulness. I love that. I just had the map up the whole time. Chat, yell at me next time. Hold on, chat. We're going to be ending this. We have some massive packet loss issues. Like, massive. I know, shout out Beamic just sent me a message to let me know it seems like this is kind of going around right now on everything. We're not the only ones suffering through this, so we're going to change this up to Virginia 1. We're going to see if that negates the packet loss. Okay. We're going to move over to Virginia 1 here. So normally this would fix it. Normally. So we're going to see. We're going to give this a second to just kind of re-up. Everyone was griefed. Everyone had red Evos. And everyone had, I'm sure, the best possible guns in the game. The best setups. You name it. I bet you every player had it. No, that's okay. There's gonna be an interesting contest there at with Insomnia. That was interesting and funny. Game chat is my favorite place to be. All right, we're gonna check packet loss on this one. If it is a consistent packet loss issue, unfortunately, I mean, I'll be real with you guys. I'll just suspend it. I hate when players have to play with packet loss. I hate playing with packet loss, so I can't imagine that when you're playing with, for money with your actual dedicated competitive teammates that it's very enjoyable. A lot of Bloodhounds coming through. God, do I love the Bloodhound meta. A little bit of scan, entry frag. Party on. Everyone's in zone. I don't see any packet loss on my end yet. Well, I'm literally waiting to see so-and-so is typing. I'm just going to stay right here. I'm not going to tab out for the time being, because who knows? I'm trolling. This is almost an identical circle. A little more north.
This is a good LZ.
Be an interesting play to see where this one's going to pull. Everyone's dropping in. I don't see any issues just yet. Ping did go up a little bit. We went up from about 45 to 54, so a little bump in ping, but you can see it's kind of stabilizing almost, which it normally does when players drop out. Problem is, by the time that some of these players have their ping issues go away, they've already lost a contest, so keeping an eye on that. Once there's a kill registered, no more resets. Unless it's like detrimental. But, case by case. Let's just not have any more resets. Let's just keep pushing through. We're halfway through. We're an hour and a half in. And Retrograde is on the ground. No contest really in area for the time being. It's this launchpad contest we had, which was Kieto versus Zenith. It does look like Angie was able to get in. Hold on 1 second, chat.
Got company, people.
All right, so we do have kills on the board here. Reminder. It shows plenty of. I don't know. It shows stability for me, chat, which is very unfortunate. All right, I'm just gonna shoot a message over here real quick. So just give me a sec, chat. For whatever reason, there is just massive stability issues across the board right now. So let me see. Just want to see if everything does seem to be run. There's, I'd say it's a little bit of a higher ping than normal, but it's not like horrible. But there's definitely latency issues in the US reported on Steam, like very, very recently. All right, we're gonna, like I said, chat, we're gonna keep an eye on this ping. If it becomes an issue for the remainder of this game, we'll move over to New York, which is essentially just another East US server, so it gives them the ability to kind of still play on the same ping, especially our girls from EU who are connecting at a much, bigger disadvantage. So we're gonna keep an eye on that, as we do, like I said, have kills.
Oi, my ultimate is ready.
Optics here. Mid-range.
All right,
Open supply bin here.
we're
to
back
us.
for the time
Extra
being.
compartment.
Let's talk about some Apex. Especially, how's Atai and Serene getting ready to go here, combat each other. We've got high ground here out of Serene. It does look like we lost Maya, actually. Maya DC'd in the corner, so definitely some connection issues here, which makes it a relatively undesired situation. See if Maya can get back in. Sometimes you are able to get back into game literally as late as, I believe, the third circle. I've also seen people DC late game and get back in, but I know for a fact that it's a little bit easier on the third circle, so, or before then, before we get halfway through the game, and it certainly makes life, a little bit better. But we'll see if Maya's able to get back in for Team Serene.
Numpty spotted.
All right. I'm probably going to be going back and forth between some player chats, so just give me a second here.
Hostile over there.
Spotted over here looking.
All right, we're trying to sort this chat. Luckily, Zany is trying to be helpful here and explain some server issues. Ah, gotcha.
Safety's off, folks.
Gotcha. We're gonna. Oh, chat, I'm just gonna go mute here for 1 second. We're gonna let you enjoy this fight with LG Red, and I'll be back with you. right, I think we got this sorted. Shout out Zany for the clarification there. He knows a little bit more than I do.
Let's go that way.
All right. Here we go. Retrograde going to be eliminated up top right of the screen. An unfortunate fall for them.
Never mind.
Ooh, I like where Serena's actually placed here. They're going to be southwestern Cedo Station. Up to their top right's going to be PPG. PPG now sitting in third, so probably not going to see a PPG contest right off rip, but you know what? We've seen some crazy shit, chat. We've seen some crazy shit. Dark Zero still playing their edge style very comfortably down here to the southwestern side. Plenty of room.
Shield battery here.
Definitely plenty of room. There's really not another team in contest. Now, you do have to look at this zone. Another game crash mid-con.
Arc star here. At least two.
We'll see if I even have access to a GCE server, I guess. It's just a Google-created server that's apparently just more stable. That's all it means. There's less ping for players, which is a great thing. Better connection, better pizza Papa John's. It's definitely got to be the same.
This place there.
Vortex was putting off a little bit of fire here. Not too sure on what they're doing, but using the Season 1 R301 skin to do it. My goodness. That's how you know someone's a day one player. They've got the Season 1 Battle Pass skin on their R301. Look at that thing. The ADS on this back when it came out was the coolest thing ever. It's also the color variant, which I was a little bit more of a fan of.
Package over
Let's
there.
go that way. Get package over there.
Yet, though, going to be chasing up against Beavers, trying to get this respawn in quickly. Not going to matter. Kamor sees the green beam. Going to let them get the revive just in time. Unfortunately for Beer Beavers, this should be a very quick cleanup here out of Team Quieto. As you see, very quick, very efficient. Quieto comes out on top of a very strategically timed down now. Funneled into an actual kill. You see LG Red, they're your first place team sitting comfortably down here on the southern side of the circle. They're going to go for a long rotation here over towards Dark Zero. Now, Dark Zero sitting in second, only 2 points behind. Both teams going to be playing this very strategically. What fights to take, what fights to avoid. But Gabs does already have 3 kills to her name. Good shot there out of Dopey quickly as we turn back over a quick little 30-30 burst. Just do that instead. That's going to be Lost Licks that they're fighting up against right out here on the old edge of Jurassic. Now they are looking down towards that area where they know LG is. And this is perfect situation here for LG Red as Dark Zero starts to rotate away, giving them the ability to make that long rotation if they'd like. Quick little smoke out of Celeste. A heads up smoke. Give herself a little bit of cover there so she can pop that heal.
That way. Let's go. Hostile close.
Slick's going to be able to let Chicas get away with their life there. Chicas going for the rotation down into Jurassic. take the side angle here, and just like that, they're getting ready to take fire again, and this is going to be from Team Ghetto. Ghetto doing quick work, quick damage from Cereza. Double breaks on those shields. Locales and bang. Bloodhound, the final remainder here. Bub actually able to hold off Cereza. Cereza was on a little bit of a heater there. Bub has absolutely turned the tables, misses the shield swap by just a second. Jen now, the sole remainder for Chicas. Knows the player's directly outside of the door. Does she want to push into that just yet? She does not. Knows that the player is going to go for this rotation here, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Kamor was going to go for that rotation. I believe it's going to be Lost Licks coming in from behind. It's not. Nuna, welcome Team Venom to the fight here in Jurassic. Venom will have a little bit of a situation as they rotate out of Jurassic now. You do have Bay sitting nearby. Insomnia has also rotated in. They've made their way into Ceto Station, looking for a little bit of real estate they can carve out to call their own. G-Red, your current first place team, getting ready to take some damage. They do have the digital threat on the RE45, so they can see through the smoke, which is great. Very helpful in a Bangalore meta where smokes are everything to provide that cover, crossing lanes, block off lanes of sight. Big rotation out of Venom as they go northbound. Luxury now trying to get themselves into zone. It's going to be taking some serious damage, and luckily for them, no problem. There's a little box there to play cover from. I believe that was PPG. He was actually just popping those shots over that map, and it was over to Insomnia again. He's going to be taking some damage. Going to have to retreat, go back to the building, pop that shield battery. Fly forward quickly. This next zone is going to go with one hell of a zone pull. Not sure what Scar was just doing back in zone there. Oh, she's looting for everybody.
Spotted one, distant.
How nice. Very kind. I mean, if you've got no teams to yourself, why not? Give yourself a little bit of extra loot here as we get ready to go into the closure of the fourth circle. Dark Zero sitting, again, just very comfortably up top of things. Maxine was eliminated here. I'm going to go into pre-cam and see. There's TSM. I was trying to see what, excuse me, not TSM. Weewoo. I always see Janie's name and I just say TSM. I'm sorry, Janie. Fuck it up. Weewoo going to be taking their time, rotating in nice and slow. No need to rush this rotation. This is going to be hell for them to rotate into, with Dark Zero having their high ground. Over with Los Licks, we are probably in the middle of this building right now. We've got the Thermites out to give themselves a little bit of time. A little bit of burn damage is going to come through. Missing Zodia is going to go into the Bloodhound ult. Go to the other side of the building. You hear that ult come through as those opposing players potentially get ready for a push. And they're going for the long rotation here. Valkyrie ult's going to go airborne. They were able to get up into the Valkyrie. Now, if you shoot the Valkyrie as they're getting ready to go airborne, ooh, hell. But they didn't have to worry about it. Now they're just going to take their time. Potentially going to be dropping right onto Dark Zero here. Dark Zero very aware of their presence. Renee already on the move. Renee actually able to avoid that Bloodhound scan completely. Vortex will be eliminated top right of the screen on board with Scarlito, who was just out of zone a little bit ago. Going to have to take a step back and heal. Renee, same thing. Renee's going to have to heal that up. Dark Zero now in a situation they didn't expect to find themselves in. Los Licks able to move in and take over control of high grounding. Zodia popping some heals very quickly. That's going to be Weewoo down there. Ava Lee playing spoiler. That is actually insane. Out of Ava and Team Weewoo. Down as a team of two, pushing up. Take those final KP here from Dark Zero. An unexpected early exit out of DZ. Los Licks, another expected exit, unfortunately for them, as we're on board with Serene and we're down into the top 5. Serene currently sitting in 10th. They do have 17 points to their name, 8 kills. Looking to get a little bit more. Just a little bit as we hop on over to PPG. Queen Potato able to take down Kyrie. Sammy is healing up. Cane Sauce was down. Unfortunate if you've ever had Cane Sauce to see them go down.
All right,
ESM eliminated, and not even sure how Sammy was able to take that. That's because LG Red moved in and took care of that kill. PPG now just trying to stay alive. As LG Red moves into the building, LG going to be able to move in, clean up, take down these KP, and quickly ducks. Able to realize that rotation.
Ultimate accelerant here. Great for ultimate accelerant here.
That's going to be another kill here for Gabs as she finishes it up. Gabs on 7. Gabs having one hell of a game. We'll hang out with LG Red for a little. Especially knowing there's a Kraber in hand. That would have been it, chat. That would have been clip of the tourney. Clip of the damn tourney. Gabs on the slide, smoke before the smoke hits the ground. Boom, Kraber headshot. Game over. Kraber's going to come back out for Gabs. Beautiful Kraber skins in the shop right now in the recolor shop if anybody wants them. Just, you know, a little call out there. I do believe Gabs has had no reg. PG going to be eliminated. We're down to the final 3 squads. Serene with the high ground. LG Red from low. And that's going to be Weewu hiding out way over to the northwestern pole.
Bad guy. Outside your orbit.
Weewu going to get called out. Gabs 3 shots left in this Kraber. Does not know what to do when this gun is completely empty of ammo. Doesn't have any backup plan for the time being, at least that I can see. Unless that plan is chaotically eliminate everybody. Which, you know what? That could work. It could work, chat. On board with Serene now. They do have high ground. Again, still going to be just missing that shot. Almost able to do some serious damage to Dopey. Dopey kind of caught off guard on that rotation. Beautiful high ground yet again from Serene. Superior positioning. They've got the Watson generator up, going to block all of those grenades, any potential bang ults that do come through, which is really what Gabs does have working for her besides this Kraber. Everybody very aware that Gabs does have this Kraber. Gabs trying to just dunk that in over the top of that rock, unable to do so. Going to get this Kraber down sight, going to miss that first shot. Totally okay. Smoke grenades going to come out. This is going to be the push from Team Serene to end it all. Serene does have high ground. Weewu has been eliminated. We are down to the final 2 teams here as we get ready to close out game number 4. Belarus does fall unexpectedly as they push down in. It's going to be Dopey trying to clean it up for LG Red. Not going to matter as Serene comes out on top of a beautifully positioned end game here to end out game number 4. Give us 1 second, chat. We're going to swap over to server. We're going to try out something a little bit new. We're going to move over to game 5, which is back on World's Edge. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes. All right, we're getting ready to drop into game number 5. So just to kind of fill everybody in there, because I know it was a little bit of a longer break than normal. But we do want to really try and prioritize connection here, as we do have players literally playing from around the globe. We have players from Europe. We have players from South America. We have players from Mexico, Canada, United States. You kind of, pick your region, if you will, and we've pretty much got them here in lobby today. And I already see one DC.
This might be a good place to land. Come, Gita.
All right, so we did see. Nope, not free cam, but we'll just free cam. I'm all over this whole server connection thing now.
Let's check out that area.
So, what we had done, there's GCE servers, which are Google created servers, which do allow for hopefully a more stable connection. But we will see.
Looking for Kier. I'll relay what I find.
Yeah, chat, we're going to end this.
This is your champion.
All right, so just you give me a second, chat. We are on. I think we're on GCE 3 right now, so that's what I'm telling them. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're on a new server. Okay. I do hear players asking for Dallas. We cannot do Dallas. Dallas is literally middle of the U.S. So we're not going to do that. So we're going to try this GCE 1. We're going to see if this is a little bit more stable. So what the hope here is it may be a little bit more ping initially for players, as we've already lost one. Vortex may be able to get away with murder here if they're able to get through a decent server. Or if we don't get onto a decent server. But man, the it's not ideal as of right now. Servers are they're slapping us, All right, we're gonna see what happens here.
Touchdown here.
Okay, see what happens. Servers are Virginia and South Carolina are super close to each other. So hopefully we're just actually able to push through this fight. Because that's all we need. We just need a couple good. We just need 2 more games, chat. 2 more games. 2 more. Almost there. Almost there. I'm assuming we're gonna have a tree contest down here. Server it's a higher ping than I would like, but if the players are cool with it, then hey, you know what? This is the most stable server we've had yet. Let's start off with this monument fight again. This is going to be Los Licks trying to take down Zatai. Zatai, unfortunately, I believe they're 0-3 on this contest so far this morning, or this evening. Morning, evening, I have no idea what time of day it is. It's a Friday night, that's what I know. Winks here able to hold up for the time being. That bag going to do a wonderful job of actually blocking him and pushing him back down. Winks able to get a crazy down. Onto Nat. Yeah, we're gonna have some players with packet loss chat. We're gonna push through. Kills are recorded on this one. So we're gonna push through on this one. We're gonna unfortunately have some players play with some ping issues, but that's the way that the servers are gonna be working tonight, and it's not gonna be ideal. Looks putting in some damage here, bottom of streamer building. We see Toucan here with 3 already. Zatai going to be dropping. Thank you for letting me know, Gwen. I appreciate it. Going to be getting some work in on those monument pings. Contest, excuse me, not pings. Chat, it's been a day. Beautiful little jump shot there on the Toucan. Peacekeeper in hand, does have the digital threat on there, able to see through the smoke, no problem whatsoever. Saw the shoulder of a player there very quickly. Slicks trying to just break this fight open. Retrograde still has the high ground. Not willing to give it up just yet. Just hearing a couple notifications yet, so I can make sure I know when I have new messages in Discord. Another quick little shot there from Exodia to take down ZK. This is going to be the push in that those Slicks needed, and it's going to get turned on them very quickly. Azuna, with the L-Star, able to do a little bit of work there. For Retrograde, Jim Split's going to opt off of this fight. Jim Split's now back into the fight very quickly. It's going to be Bangalore inside, and it's not going to be enough. Slicks are going to come out on top of the contest here in streamer building, but they are getting pushed in very quickly by Team Insomnia. With the low ground here. Bloodhound ult going to come out from Juliantic. They are going airborne via Horizon to the top of the building. A beautiful, unsuspecting push there. Lost Slicks had no idea what was coming. One hell of a play out of Envy to throw that grav lift up for her teammates Selena and Julie on the run. This should be all that was written here for Lost Slicks. A beautiful, beautiful team push out of Insomnia. Stay on board, I guess, with Insomnia and Quieto as they're getting ready to go into yet another fight here in streamer building. World's Edge seeing a little bit more action, I think, than all of us expected. No major pushes coming out of Quieto just yet. Insomnia sitting top of the building.
Target spotted.
Quieto playing dip and dodge with the train. No dips, no dodges.
Extended heavy magazine here. Level 2.
And we're going to just disengage from that for the time being. A wise decision. They did have the kind of an awkward spot there over at train station. It's not like the best area to shoot from over there in practice.
Relocate there.
DPG now looks like they're up against Bayer Beavers. One of their players down to Flesh. It was Queen Potato. It was. That's alright. She's going to be able to use that really nice caustic skin to rotate on out.
Understood.
Target over there.
Also, to any players that are currently watching, there's going to be a very interesting poll that goes up very early on Monday in the Proving Grounds Discord. And it may or may not involve
Spotted a subject.
regions here for the Ladies' Night events. That would also help minimize a lot of these connection issues we do have. So, just, keep your eyes out.
Target over there.
I'll put out a ping, of course, let everybody know.
Someone traveled through here.
Lunar now trying to stay alive. Secrets did fall. Lovely and Kiki trying to get inside. Kiki was... Ooh. Kiki was a stubbed toe away there from going down.
Enemy trap.
A stubbed toe.
R99 here.
Lunar is a newer team here in the Apex Women's... Or the Apex... Oh my god, I'm all over the place. The Apex Legends Proving Grounds Ladies Nights events. Welcome, welcome. They're sitting in 19th as of right now. 3 points. Those 3 points coming from kills, but Kiki says, you know what? Let's add a couple more. Kiki able to add an extra 2 there for her team.
Someone's in position there.
Here.
Immune on the rotation here, actually towards
Let's displace there.
not only Vortex, but
Let's reposition
PPG as well, trying to get themselves a little bit of ground here. They do have an angle on that train tunnel that actually goes underground. The top left of your map, you can see how it kind of use this, you know, little U-turn thing underground. Gives you some viable play area, but it's not something that you want to get completely comfortable in here. Obviously, you know, you can get pushed in from either side. Cheeky little rotation there from Sammy. That's something you spent some time practicing doing. Absolute respect. I flew into that rock earlier the other day. That was my rotation out of there. Literally, I flew right into it. It was absolutely terrible. On board with Wee Woo now as they're sitting top thermal station. Now, the one issue they may have here, it is the second round. They don't have an absolute, like, you know, plethora of heals, it doesn't look like. There's not a lot of ammo to go around, so I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to be poking and prodding like this the entire game. Especially knowing, you know, there's not a Loba here in hand that can actually help them get those, you know, resupplies, the new heals, if you will. But down bottom left of this zone, you can see southwestern zone thermal station's probably going to get cut out of this next zone. We are on the edge of the circle, so definitely looking to pull very aggressively towards the southeastern side.
Enemy spotted. Near me.
As we've got ourselves some Vortex Dark Zero action. Dark Zero now sitting in second place by a little bit more than they were. Excuse me, LG Red sitting in first with 65, Dark Zero in second with 49, PPG in third with 45, Insomnia in fourth with 36, Serene in fifth with 34. So Dark Zero looking to capitalize on some of these kill points. Kill points right now just going the way of LG Red. Gabs with 15, Dopey with 14, and Ducks with 12. There's zero stopping the LG Red squad as of right now. Jumping up to Vortex, they do have high ground in this fight. The barrel will come through from Alita, give themselves a little bit of breathing room. They should be able to get this revive. I can't imagine a world where Dark Zero gets up this building as quickly as they wanted, and as I say that, there's the world right there. Dark Zero is pushing in with aggression. Samurai looking for this player that didn't actually get picked up, and that's going to be all the three for Team Vortex. Dark Zero says no thank you. Need those kill points. Scarlita picks up 2. Renee picks up 1. Samurai with 1 already.
I have selected an upgrade.
Ultimate
Also
accelerant
going to be a couple players over here on edge getting ready to move in.
Survey beacon over there.
LG Red being one of those teams, playing it smart, playing it slow. Right now, as I said, 65 to their name.
Let's go that way. Bad guy there.
This could be a very big game for LG Red. A win here could be damaging. To give you guys an idea, they're sitting at 65 points going into game number 5. In January, when LG Red, or excuse me, when Kieto won, they had 70. In February, when LG Red came back, won a huge last game for the win, they only had 69 points. So right now, on pace to actually really up the ante for kills, for points, for overall score. LG Red looking to make a mark very quickly.
Relocate there.
Up on board with Lunar. Lunar 19th with 3, looking to add more kill points to their tally. Able to get the respawn up after the earlier loss of Secret. Secret's playing on console, so maybe a little bit of an adaptation there. just in the aim assist. We are playing PC aim assist, which is a .04 variant, not a .06 like on console. Inky now going to be taking his damage. Secret's going to be using the Bangalore ult to get out of that fire. He actually using her down teammate. Hey, you just provided me a little bit of cover. Not going to matter. The missile barrage comes through. Over to Serene. Let's see what they're up to as well. Alright, chat. Just wanted to check that quick. And I don't actually see KLG. Here comes KLG flying into the area. So KLG was actually over there. And this is going to be that train area. I'm telling you a little bit earlier not to go into. This is going to be unfortunately why TSM does fall at the hands of Quieto. They will fall in 15th. They will get themselves that placement point.
I gotcha.
So currently sitting in 8th with 26th. We'll have to see if they did get any kill points. But definitely going to be moving up to 27 points, which is great because they're currently tied with Immune at 26 points.
Thank you.
An awkward rotation here for Quieto coming up. Going to have to make their way through this tunnel very, very quickly. And while doing so, watching out for Dark Zero, who's going to be just to the left. He's got a little Insomnia directly to the north.
Might be something good this way.
Retrograde is going to be dropping.
Target spotted here.
So everybody knows we'll be down to it's going to be an 18-team Game 6 lobby. We will be moving back to Storm Point for They're going to go into that Bloodhound ult. Dark Zero getting ready to push in and take control of this fight quickly. Quieto now inside of Thermal Station, going to lose. Cereza does have the Spitfire out. It's not going to do too much. The Black Hole comes through to try and pull some of these players back. Get a little bit of control in this fight. Ram Sam is still airborne. Does have the ability to potentially change the whole pitch of this fight as long as the third party from Dark Zero, which it looks like the third party from Dark Zero, going to be targeting Quieto. Going to be disengaging from this fight for the time being. Quieto on board with Ram. Trying to keep Quieto in this fight. Quieto just needs a little bit more to bump themselves into the top 10. 11th and 21. Does have both beacons, does have the ability to loot. And that's going to be a quick little tap there from Scar just to keep them at bay. Hey, little reminder who's here. You can see here on the map where these teams are starting to get themselves positioned. It's a very interesting pull considering this area, the little dark area here, is the only playable area. Now, there is some awkward climbability on these rocks. You do have some verticality, both up and down, which is kind of weird. But it's not a spot you want to get yourself into and, you know, really live there, really hunker down. So it's going to be an interesting situation. Once this next circle is closed, there's not a lot of room for real estate. So we're going to start to lose teams very, very quickly. And I think that is what Dark Zero is realizing at the time being. They're realizing they're going to have to make this move and quick. You see some smoke over there to their south area. On the corner of this rock down here. That's going to KLG is going to have a god spot for the time being. And Dark Zero, unfortunately, just getting into the fray of things far too late as they made that rotation. And just like that, here comes Weewoo. Weewoo now looking for their home. No one's on top of the long building. Could push into that. Not going to give that up just yet. JD going to be using his Bloodhound ult to actually maneuver a little bit faster through open ground. JD actually might be able to pull this off. JD on a Saving Private Ryan style rescue mission. Ava Banner has been picked up. Quieto eliminated, PPG eliminated. We are down to the top 10 here in game number 5. We are on board with Maxine does fall. Janie now able to get the shield core swap. Does still have the wingman in hand. Gonna opt to not use that just yet. Just kidding. It's going to be Zenith pushing in. Poor Janie didn't really have much time there to even pull out the wingman. But best to not only claim that kill point yourself, but make sure that there's not going to be that late round threat. Especially out of somebody like Janie with a wingman. My goodness gracious. This is what we're going to see here. You can see this next zone it's not great. It's not great. But where Crest Step is now, as you can see over here behind her, we'll actually just free cam this for a second. You can see there's a little bit of area here. We've actually watched Element 6 hide here before. They're hysterical, and I love them for it. But this area is playable. However, once you get down in there, it is essentially fish in a barrel situation. Zenith going to be pushing in with the Cossack all at the hands of Andy. Andy coming in to do cleanup all by her lonesome. No problem. Bay is going to be eliminated here as Zenith adds 5 to the kill tally. Zenith, while they were sitting in 13th with 12 points, 4 of those being kills. Angie has kicked it into high gear, been able to connect to the lobby. This is a wonderful Angie, but she's got a great connection. I just get so nervous with all of these teams inside of the same buildings. I don't know which one's actually shooting at who. You have multiple teams and multiple buildings. You can see here you've got 2 teams up and below this, or excuse me, in and on top of this building. You've also got the same situation over here with Dark Zero and KLG. KLG going to lose 1. Miss Don't Miss going to fall here at the hands of Renee. Samurai gets that kill. Is able to get into zone just a little bit, able to do a little bit of damage on these barrels, give themselves a little bit of room. KLG sitting directly outside of this building. Interesting angle there. Almond now absolutely one shot. Almond also going to push up, which is interesting. Go for the shield swap. Almond didn't have the time to make it happen. And now Ren going to be the sole player alive for KLG. Ren actually going to do some crazy shit and go for the revive there. I like that. I like that. You know, you can never... You got to take chances, right? You're in the top 6. Dark Zero, as of right now, a monstrous win could screw up this top 3 a little bit more than I think we're all expecting. Do have the 6 kills, so as of right now, up to 55 points. A win would put them ahead of LG Red on the leaderboard, and we could see a third team, a third new team, might I add, take home a win here in the Proving Grounds here in 2024. Here we go. The round has begun closing. Dark Zero very quickly pushing up towards, I believe it was Zenith. Zenith going to be playing this outside edge. Rennie running around, Ren is running around like a crazy person with her head cut off, and I love that in the center because it's chaos on the outside edges. Angie going to be throwing those barrels as far as she possibly can. Chica's going to be eliminated. Decode trying to stay alive. KLG trying to stay alive. Ren just looking for any sort of heal. It's not going to be happening there as Immune walks out the door and literally looks left. Immune now with those hammer points. Here comes the EVA 8. Beautiful thermite there. That's definitely going to grab some extra damage there. Miss a deal. Absolutely cooking like Gordon Ramsay with that thermite. Zenith right now goes to win it all with one of the best positions. Definitely left here in zone. Dark Zero is down to 2. We are down to a 2v3 for Zenith. Zenith now trying to clean up Dark Zero as quickly as possible. And he's going to be able to do it with the hip fire flatline as Zenith takes game number 5 of 6. We're getting ready to move over to Storm Point for the final game of the evening. Don't go anywhere.
We have our Apex champions.
right, we are locked, loaded, ready to go here for game number 6. Dropping into Storm Point, we did have 2 teams leave, as you can see, Retrograde and Zatai, kind of going through the ringer here in a couple of these early contests. So would love to have you train up on your contests. Come back to the Proving Grounds. But thank you for playing both Lunar and, Retrograde and Zatai. Lunar did not leave. Lunar's still here. Lunar, they're not going down without a fight. Okay? Not going down without a fight. So, let's make sure everybody gets into game here. I've got some really decent ping right now, actually, for this server. I mean, normally to South Carolina, we're around 50, 60, so the fact that we're a little bit lower and there's nobody typing in Discord, yeah, that's a wonderful, wonderful sign of things to come. Got a central circle yet again. I believe this is the 3rd time we've had a circle very similar to this. One of them, of course, we didn't play out. You know what we're going to do? We're going to get right to launch pad. Here it comes. Here comes the Zenith / Quieto contest. Now, this is going to be a little interesting because Zenith just moved their way up into the top 5. Zenith sitting with 43 points right now. Quieto in 11th with 27, tied with TSM. Nonetheless, so coming out on top of this fight going to be ever crucial, but we're going to go on board Zenith's POV as we drop in a charge rifle G7 Scout. Not the worst way to start. Cress, unfortunately, going to get conned very quickly. Cress able to get the entry damage needed. Going to have to retreat quickly. Angie now trying to go for the airborne. I believe that was a Horizon that just went up and over, and it was. Looks like for the time being able to hold off the Quieto onslaught. A quick snap out of Angie. Her shots are hitting. Arm gonna fall. Going to be able to break the conduit on the other angle here. Another break comes through from Angie. Elena down 2-1. And just like that, it's going to be an Angie 1v2. I think exactly what Angie's going to want to do here is just grab more ammo. Not 100% sure how Quieto thought they were going to get away with that revive, but what a heads-up play here. This is going to be a very quick revive and push out of Zenith, so get ready for the quick action. Not believe they allowed the double revive to come through. Zenith going to be going for a secondary revive. Zenith about to be a full team of 3 as Quieto has started to pull away from the Launchpad contest. Unfortunately for them, I think it's going to be a touch too late. They're going to lose Cereza on this contest here down in Launchpad. But a big win out of Zenith. I'm telling you, once you get Angie on a good server, that's it. That's it, chat. That's it. No other major fights going on at the time being, so we're just going to hang out here on board Zenith and Quieto. Playing on the larger building over here to just the northeastern side of Launchpad. Also looking to just kind of rotate out of dodge here, which is exactly what Kamor and Aram are going to do. Excuse me.
I think we should go there.
Arma was taking some damage from Zenith from range. That was Crest. Crest just going for the long range shot super casually across the map. Biggest line of sight I've ever seen.
Upgrades locked and loaded.
PBG was up here. I just had a heart attack. I thought Immune was getting into a fight, but no, they're just shooting spiders. So, you know, if you have arachnophobia, if your house is littered with bugs, give Immune I almost said execution. Extermination? Extermination. Immune Extermination a call. Probably the best to do it on Salvo.
Let's check out that area.
That's what I heard. It's the rumor in the
Extended heavy mag
streets.
here. Level 3. Ammo up.
DZ seemingly running a very hard, heavy ammo setup. We've got a flatline car. We've got a Hemlock. We've got a Prowler 30-30. We're going to be looking for as much of this heavy ammo as possible. They're gonna need more heavy ammo, I think, than what spawns anywhere near where they are for the time being. KLG taking their time down here. You can see them west of C-Note Cave.
Position here.
Be doing a quick little enemy scan, gonna see where those are. So this will actually populate once you scan that. The actual player just sees a bunch of red dots kind of flash up on their map very quickly. So these triangles turn red essentially. Gives you an idea of where those players are, but it does not move and continually follow the players, which is a wonderful feature. Just going to give you like a quick flyover UAV, maybe give you an idea of where some of these players are, especially in a later game situation where there's some sort of sketchy building setup. I believe Kieto's still a team of 2. It is going to be going for a super long rotation, probably going to come down here through Lightning Rod and the Stormcatcher. Wise play. Stormcatcher normally has somebody sitting there, just waiting to be extremely annoying. PBG with a long distance G7 does have that 3x Ranger sight, going to try and hit for a couple of shots from far. Not going to connect with too many, as the player does get down behind that rock. Now it's going to be a little bit of dipping and dodging here. That's going to be Team Bay trying to get away. Aura trying to stay alive for Team Bay. Interesting situation here for Dark Zero. Dark Zero, reminder, tied for first place. Here, we'll give you a quick flashy. Whoop, there's the leaderboard. Dark Zero tied for first with 66. LG Red also with 66. Now, the initial tiebreaker, if they were to, in whatever universe, still tie again after Game 6 is concluded, comes down to the highest singular game score. So we'll go back, we'll look that over, we'll see, you know, LG Red has an 18-point game 1, Dark Zero with a 24-point game 2, so that could be the one right there, because LG Red's only highest, is going to be a 20-point game from game 4. Zenith with a 31-point game last game. Can we just, holy shit, Zenith? Can we send them some holy shits? All right, so as of right now, Dark Zero breaking that tiebreaker. Even if they do fall early, it all comes down to those final scores. And as of right now, LG Red also getting ready to go into the contest. Southeastern corner of the map down here. We're just south of Pylon, as you can see. And that's going to be Chicas that they're up against. Sometimes playing as Team Passion with Jen and Giggles. Sometimes playing as Chicas with Slim and Bub. Trying to add a couple extra KP here. Chicas are sitting, for reference, in 12th with 26. Fortunately, 40 points behind the tie of first place. But we did just see Zenith put up a 31-point game, so they could certainly break top 3 and, you know, cause menace. LG Red with high ground and a devotion. Who is using that? That's going to be Dux. All right, so Dux is using the devotion. With a turbocharger, though, so not a good sign. That thing's going to wind up quickly, and that's going to be Chicas eliminated at the entrance.
Hostile spotted.
Venom now moving in. Venom had those eyes on. It looks like potentially eyes on or just generalized pings. Looks like we've got a lot of poking and prodding going over here on the western side of the map. PPG eliminated. They're going to have to settle for 16th place here. Game number 6. Lost Licks does have high ground. Plenty of it. Bay is the contest team that's sitting just below them. They're down on the bottom level of this, so there's kind of 3 awkward levels to this whole building. Got one on top and one on bottom. Gonna call out a couple potential swap outs here, a couple rotations if need be.
We should continue there.
Venom on their rotation into the zone. KLG, the only team besides Dark Zero, set up for this next zone. Sierra, thank you for the follow.
Shield cell here.
Ava's gonna pull the trigger. Oh, she wasn't gonna pull the trigger at all. Oh, I was pulling for that. Yesina going to fall here. Weewoo waiting strategically for that Arc Star to go through. Was really hoping for that to come in and actually kind of mess that up a little bit, but Vortex able to get the revive off. Bay going to be eliminated top right of the screen. Vortex now trying to hold on. As Weewoo started to push in, Weewoo going to have to backtrack just a little bit to give themselves some breathing room. Maxine going to go for that heal up while Amelie pushes in. Does have the Hemlock in hand. You can see the player looking at you through the little submarine window. Scares the hell out of him. Quick little hip fires out of Ava with the Hemlock. Going to miss just a little bit extra there. As JD jumps out with the bolt in hand. Caustic is flash, and that's going to be Vortex eliminated at the hands of Weewoo. Looks Vortex both going to fall as well. Top right of the kill feed. Dark Zero is still in the lobby. LG Red down southeast corner here. They're going to be staring down Venom, I believe it is. It is. So LG going to be taking their time. Again, LG Red. You can see Sierra just did the command in chat. Dark Zero, LG Red tied for 66. Both of these teams looking for just, you know, a cheeky little KP here and there. Nothing too crazy. Now, you don't want to full send a squad down. Maybe not board. Right up to the northwest. It's a deal. The lone survivor here was trying to swap door. Can't click the mouse fast enough. Beer Beavers will come out on top of Immune. Immune going to fall in 12th place here in game number 6.
Shield battery here.
Weewoo sitting comfortably just outside of this next zone. As we do get ready to see round 3, finally kick off. Venom and LG Red still going at it over here on the southeast corner. Quick shots out of Wabbit. I'd like to also thank Wabbit for last month's event when I pronounced everything with a W, or everything without a W with a W. Because I like the way to, you know, you say Wabbit. I'm going to say it. And I'm sitting kind of comfortably inside of the building as of now, just doing a lot of that poking, prodding that we had mentioned earlier. LG Red has taken high ground, however. And poor Kresh, she has no idea that directly in front of her,
Ultimate accelerant here.
Great for a tactical advantage.
LG Red's about to push into this building here momentarily. Dopey gonna take time, get those ultimate charges up. Also able to relay this information. You've got a player top stairs. You've got a player on the door. Seeing one player, they have to be in the building, obviously. Going to be sitting down bottom, more than likely. This door only one kick away. Door gets kicked open. Welcome to Apex Legends. It's the FBI, baby. LG Reds pushing in. Venom has taken high ground. IndyCat trying to stay alive as she goes airborne, unable to do so. Celestria now down to the final player here. And Venom will be eliminated at the hands of LG Red. A beautifully coordinated push as LG Red pushed in from that western door first. Downed one, and then chased the remaining 2 players airborne. Zenith going to be eliminated. We are down inside of the top 10. Venom just missing out on those additional, that additional placement point by placing into the top 10. So outside of from 11th to 15th, you get a single placement point. Once you get into 10th place, you have 2 placement points, and then that carries all the way down to 8th. So we are in that 2 placement point range right now, which for some teams like LG Red, like Dark Zero, even PPG Serene Zenith, who we just saw Zenith was eliminated, but now that we're getting closer to that, you know, inside of that 2 placement point range, 2 placement points could make a huge difference. Whether or not you place top 5, top 10, or thanks for playing. Dopey dipping and diving around these rocks like an absolute pro right now as she's taking some of these shots from across the way. Insomnia also trying to make her way into zone. Buster Sword in the hands of Selena 2K. Does have the L-Star, plenty of ammunition to work with the purple magazine, so it's going to take a little bit longer to heat up on this gun before it overheats. Katie going to be able to pick up 1 kill quickly. Over to TSM. Let's see where Kyrie, Sabs, and Fave are hanging out for the time being, just on the other side of this launch. We do see here, Dark Zero came up with a very unfortunate situation where right now Scarlita is the sole remaining player. This is going to come down to which team can outlast who. And right now, LG Red posed to go the distance. Kyrie says, hold on 1 second.
Hold tight. I got your back.
Beautiful push in there from Gabs. LG Red comes out on top of TSM. Dopey will get taken down quick here. This is going to be Serene moving in, trying to capitalize on this. It's wild because Belly last game was apparently playing on like 400 ping or something ridiculous like that. Glad to see that she was able to make a connection to this lobby a little bit more stable. So now getting ready to get pushed on up top. LG Red drops in a beautiful hip fire from Dux to slide down and wipe out Serene. Dark Zero will be eliminated. So as of right now, this is LG Red's game to lose. Tournament to lose. They have their name already as Weekly now trying to add to their total. Hipfire, Dop, and Dip, and Insomnia is going to be eliminated at the hands of Ava. Looks like that, down to the final 4 squads. We've got round 4.
Shield core here. Level 4.
Last teams remaining. We've got LG Red, currently tied for first. We've got Weewoo sitting in 8th. We've got Beer Beavers sitting in 15th, and we've got KLG Decode sitting in 13th place. So LG Red right now
This place here.
on a little bit of a victory lap. Dux is going to call out that 50 cal. You still going to, of course, you want to play this semi-strategic. You still want to win. You still want to secure that win, and you want to win as many games as possible, but you want to give yourself a little bit of breathing room here. They've done exactly that with the 10+ kills that they have across the team. 12 kills right now on the day. Excuse me, on the game. Dux going to opt to go airborne. A wise play coming through on that lift. We're going to be pushing up to victory. JD with a beautiful bolt onto Gabs. Going to back up there for the time being. Dux now rotating down around to the side. Did see the player sitting there. Unfortunately does not have that digital threat. Unable to locate that player in the smoke. Dopey going to have to take some time to get up the Dux quickly. Dopey was almost the only remaining player. It's going to be Dopey trying to get this revive quick. Dopey almost able to do it. Dopey able to clean that up quick. Dux comes in with the wingman to take everything down. And we will be eliminated. LG Red. I said they were on a victory lap, but this is a whole different level for them. They have 14 kills right now, chat. 14. To add to their already staggering amount of 41. Let's go see what the Beer Beavers are up to. It's going to be Beer Beavers versus KLG. KLG does have the wall to give themselves a little bit of room here. Rennie going to spot a player trying to climb that box. Not going to matter. Rennie's going to say, hey, miss, don't miss now. Car in hand. Able to do a little bit of extra damage there as Allman. Not able to completely finish that kill, but that's okay. LG Red, though, has moved into zone and taken over the center area here. Gap's going to have to retreat a touch, get back to the LG Red building. The safety of Dux and Dopey. Dux coming out to play protector if needed. Going to be the push-in from Decode, from Beer Beavers onto Decode. KLG going to be eliminated in third as we jump onto LG Red. LG looking to repeat. Go back-to-back. Congratulations, LG Red, your Game 6 champion, your Ladies' Night Proving Grounds champion.
Yes, that was on point.
One hell of a game, one hell of a day out of LG Red. We're just waiting for the scores. Just waiting for them to come through, chat. And then we're gonna, we'll throw up the leaderboard. We'll talk about it a little bit. But a big game out of LG Red. They knew scores were gonna be tight. They knew. All right, let's pull up the leaderboard here, and then once that updates, we can kind of talk things through a little bit. But monstrous games out of LG. Like I said, chat, we're just waiting for that final game to update. But it's definitely going to be an LG Red win. There's no question it's an LG Red win. It's just going to be a matter of by how much. And that is it 95 points. Ladies and gentlemen, LG Red not only came out and won that, they added a 29-point Game 6 to really secure it. 17 kills to their name in that final game. Congratulations to LG Red. LG Red, they came. They dominated. They won February's event. They're back in March. They won again. So congratulations to LG Red. Let's see if we can find somebody to send a little bit of love to here. We're just waiting for that final game. God, there's so many people live right now. All right, I panicked, chat. I panicked. Yeah, so this has been the Apex Legends Proving Grounds Ladies Night. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and supporting the awesome ladies of Apex Legends, supporting us here in the Boom TV Proving Grounds. If any contestants still watching, reminder, keep your eye on Discord on Monday. A wink, a wink. Congratulations again to LG Red, a 95-point win. Let's get some graphics made. Let's get some tweets out. Congratulations one final time to LG Red. I will see everybody again later this month for a very exciting TBD event that I cannot wait to tell you all more about early next week. Until then,